be over soon enough. Soon.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the show. I'm tired, so let's get the show on the road, shall we? To be canceled or not to be canceled, one of life's greatest mysteries. Cancellations occur all throughout the media world for various reasons. Sometimes things get canceled due to plans just simply not working out. Sometimes projects go through what is known as development hell, and sometimes studios just tell you to go f*** yourself. It's interesting looking back at different projects and wondering what could have been. So, that's what we're going to be looking at today. We're going to be going through the world of canceled projects and why they got canceled in the first place. So, with that being said, welcome to the season finale of The Specialist of Media. Now cue the pointless post-intro commercial break.
Do you play an instrument? Want to jam with fellow musicians? Join the Plattsburgh State Jazz Ensemble. Whether you're into swing, Latin, or funk, the Jazz Ensemble is a fun way to sharpen your skills, meet new friends, and make great music. To sign up, enroll in MUS 394, either for credit or as an audit. Practices are every Tuesday night from 6 to 8 in Myers 300. Find your rhythm. Join the Jazz Ensemble.
So, what does it mean to be canceled? Well, it's pretty damn simple, actually. Basically, projects get canceled due to various reasons, and no, Gen Z, we're not going to be talking about social media cancellations, because that's dumb.
Aren't you also Gen Z?
Connor, I already have a f***ing headache, so if you would please not make it worse! The reasons can boil down to change in priorities within the studio, poor communication, unmet expectations, lack of support, technical difficulties, and so on and so forth. This can happen to everything. It's not just limited to the realm of media. What would typically happen when these types of problems arise is the project will receive some form of delay. Take Morbius or Beyond the Spider-Verse as an example. However, if things don't get fixed, this is when the studio will often pull the plug on a project. There's actually a saying from famous video game developer Shigeru Miyamoto from Nintendo that a rushed game will always be bad, but a delayed game will eventually be good. Not a game, but let's test that theory. How's the Reese's Snow White doing? Alright then, let's take a look at projects that got canceled in the past and see why they got canceled and whether or not they had any potential at all. Starting off, we have the sequel to the 2007 TMNT film. Based on concept art, it looked like it would have followed Michelangelo, the turtle, not the artist, as he would have been on his own and have to save his brothers from a returning Shredder. This film got canceled due to the animation studio behind it, Imagi Animation, filing for bankruptcy in 2010 due to the poor box office returns of Astro Boy. Next up, we have Batgirl, a film from DC that was actually already close to finished, but was canceled anyway. Yeah, Warner Bros. Simply decided to have this movie be a tax write-off, and that was that. Apparently, this was due to poor test screenings, but you can't convince me that Batgirl was deemed unreleasable and Joker 2 wasn't. The entirety of the DCEU just straight up died after the release of Aquaman 2, with the franchise rebooting with the release of James Gunn's Superman this summer. And while we're on the topic of cinematic universes being canceled, let's talk about the Dark Universe. Nowadays, you may know the Dark Universe as one of the different theme parks in Universal's Epic Universe Park in Orlando, Florida. However, it was once supposed to be a cinematic universe consisting of reimagined takes on Universal's classic monsters. The debut of the Dark Universe was in 2016 with The Mummy, which was coincidentally the end of the Dark Universe. Not only was The Mummy not good, but it didn't perform well enough for Universal to greenlight more films in the Dark Universe. Shades of it can still be seen with The Invisible Man from 2020 and 2025's Wolfman. However, it's not a connected universe. It is not nearly what it was meant to be. Riddle me this, Walt. You won't release original films like Gigantic, but you'll release a Disney Plus series as a theatrical release? Yes, I'm talking about Moana 2, you f***s. Gigantic was revealed by Disney in 2015 and was set to be directed by Nathan Greeno of Tangled and Meg LaValve, I did not pronounce that right, of Inside Out. You can actually see an Easter egg for it in Zootopia at the Bargain Bin Bootleg DVD shop from Duke Weaselton. However, in 2017, Disney canceled the project and replaced it with Raya and the Last Dragon, a movie that fucking sucks, and do not let the reviews fool you. The thing that really sucks though is that this proves that Disney actually does have original ideas in films that they are either not greenlighting or just canceling for whatever reason. But hey, remakes and sequels still make the most money, so why not be creatively bankrupt, right? Now, remember when I mentioned the Miyamoto quote earlier? I want to go back to that. What happens when something is so rushed that it just straight up should not be released, but is anyway? Well, I have a story to tell you, and some of you may be quite familiar with it. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. I've talked about him before on this show, but trust me, this time it's actually relevant. Back in 2006, Sonic Team was making their big 15th anniversary title for the series that was set to bring the franchise to the next generation of consoles, the PS3 and Xbox 360 to be exact. The problem was that there was a lot of turmoil going on from within, like Yuji Naka, the series creator, leaving Sega and the team being split in half, so that way Sega could release a Sonic game exclusive for the Wii because it just was not powerful enough for the big next-gen title that they were about to release. The team needed more time, but Sega demanded that they release the game that year in time for the anniversary. So in November of 2006, Sega released arguably one of the worst video games of all time. Sonic 06, as it is now called, is one of the most infamous tales in the video game industry. A cautionary story of everything that could possibly go wrong in the development of a game. It's a shame because there is actually massive potential with this game, but it was simply unfinished, leaving it a broken mess that went down in infamy. What's even crazier though is that a fan by the name of Chaos X would years later remake the game from the ground up with Project 06, which fully realizes the gameplay potential of the original game, showing what a delay could have potentially done for it. Delays and cancellations are frustrating, but sometimes it's a necessary step into ensuring that the best possible products are put out, and hell, it can potentially change your entire reputation. Or you could take the route of canceling for a tax write-off because, hey, that works too, right? There are other forms of cancellations that I could bring up, like when a series doesn't get renewed for another season, or bad working conditions hinder the product to the point of collapse, etc. Hell, Velma from Max and the CW Powerpuff Girls, because yes, that was going to be a thing, are perfect examples for two of these, but I'm so sorry. I need to get the f*** out of here. So with that being said, that's all the time we have for this episode. I wish I could have gone for longer, especially since it is the season finale, but again, I have a headache and he keeps trying to get out! Anyway, I'd like to give a special shout out to Bruce Carlin, John Little, executive producer Connor Ryan, co-EP Chris Sperano, and my wonderful crew for not being a complete nuisance this entire semester. And with all that being said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all for season 2. Good night. Give me that.
All right, guys. Michael's gonna wrap up in Studio B, so let's go.
It was just in here.
Where did this guy go?
Check out there. He's not in here.
Michael.
He even left his mic. All right. That's a wrap, crew. Good job today. Now you're free to go. Cheers. We need to talk.
Yeah.
Meet the Plattsburgh State Cardinals Cheer Squad. Our cheer team is a motivated group of athletes striving for growth at every turn. Cheerleading is much more than just a performance. It's about working as a unit to lift each other up. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. Our team is dedicated to building your skills in strength, confidence, and teamwork. So the real question is, are you ready to cheer? Let's go, Cardinals!
Listen, boss, I am well aware. Listen, we're having a meeting about it right now. I know his behavior is unacceptable. I'll call you back after the meeting. I think we know why we're all here. Anyone got anything they want to say? Alex?
Yeah, so first of all, he's been extremely rude to crew. He's brought weapons into the studio, and he's threatened to kill people on camera.
Yeah, it's getting pretty ridiculous at this point. I mean, his awards show brought up riots. Will Smith showed up, which where did he even come from? And it's just every single one of his shoots, something goes wrong.
Yeah, it's not even just the crew he's disrespected. He's disrespected you and Chris. And that's something that should have been checked on since day one.
He also definitely doesn't watch most of the movies that he talks about, and what he did to that Captain Marvel case, I'm personally offended by.
And is it really that hard to watch Titanic?
But he'll watch Emilia Perez for an episode.
Also, he's been swearing a lot. Hopefully we didn't rack up any fees.
Yeah, about that one.
Oh,
He's very, very crazy. I mean, why is he taking out on everybody? He's local.
And that's another thing. I've made so many graphics for him and he's only used them like twice. What's up with that?
Yeah, I agree with all of you. I think we should have talked about this a lot sooner.
Then, looks like we're all in agreement.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree.
Out of here.
Then I think we all know what we need to do.
Stop! I said stop! Oh, shit.
Yes! It finally worked!
So why aren't I back yet? Alright. Considering how short it took me to get here, whatever that thing is, it should be coming here soon. I need to be ready for when it does. I'm ready. making a fatal mistake. They want to cancel you. I can stop it. I can help you. Once we're done, I'll give you back control. But for now, you gotta let me do my thing. What the hell are you? I thought you would have figured it out by now. And now it's time to open your eyes. Why are you doing this? I'm here to show everyone exactly who you are. Yeah. You don't know anything about me. Oh, yes. Oh, but I know exactly who you are. You push all of that shit deep down. I know exactly what you are. You put up this facade, like everything's good, like everything's happy, like you're happy. And you work so hard to make everyone think that, oh my God, he's such a cool person. He's great. But deep down, you're scared. You're scared of what everyone is going to think about you. Because you're scared of disappointing them.
Shut up.
You're scared of letting them down because you know that if you don't do it, they'll look the other way. And they won't give a shit about what you have to do anymore.
Stop!
And you're even more scared that the people who call you their friend aren't actually your friend. And they take advantage of the work that you do, but they'll never invite you to a party. They'll never let you get out, have fun. You're stuck in a loop. You're stuck in a loop that you'll never get out of. And I'm the manifestation of that. I'm you, and you're me. Damn it, don't you think I know that already? You don't think I get it? You don't think I know what it feels like to feel like I'm letting everybody down? You don't think I understand the perspective of me thinking that no matter what I do, no matter how hard I try, that it's never enough? I think about that shit on a daily. The only reason why you're pissing me off right now is because you're right. You're right. Don't want to fight you anymore. What you said is true. You're me. Happy? There ain't no way you just accepted me just like that, right? And so what if I did? It's not like you're spitting out lies. Because for as much as I try to hide it or push it deep down in the real world, it doesn't work. All you're doing is just saying the same old things I've been saying in my head for years. So why? Why put yourself through all of that stress? Why lie about it? What? Because you don't want anybody to worry? Because you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings? Well, I got news for you. You already did. Stop. I know exactly where you're going with that, so you better shut the hell up right now. Look, I already know that you're going to try and use my stress as your reasoning for doing this, right? But what you're missing is the key factor, the reason why I don't quit, the reason why I do the things that I do. I love this, man. I love coming in for shoots. I love meeting new people, and they're great people. I love seeing everyone's visions come to life, including my own. I love this more than I probably should, and sure, sometimes it blinds me to some of its flaws, but I wouldn't stay if I didn't like what I was doing, man. And also, look, not for nothing, this is going to help me in the future. This is a key step into getting where I want to be, to fulfilling my dreams. That's why I don't quit. That's why I push my frustrations deep down. And I'm not going to let you take that away from me. You know where that goes? That goes to me. I did this for you. For us. So that way I don't have to see us go through the same damn thing over and over again. But you still want to deny me. Still deny me. You don't want my help. What am I even here for anyway? Get up. We don't have to worry about anything that transpired here. We can get through this. Together. Alright. Alright. I'm back. Why do I keep changing clothes? Ugh. What time is it? Oh shit, I gotta go. Michael. Oh, hey Connor, how's it going?
Listen, me and the managers had a meeting yesterday.
Okay.
Michael, I don't know how else to tell you this, so I'm gonna give it to you bluntly. We made a decision. You're fired. Banned from PSTV.
What?
Sorry, Michael.
Wait, Connor, come on. We can talk about this, right? Fired?